Alright, I put my bigger magnets on here. This is down all the way, that's down all the way. The only thing I'm going to turn up is my amps. And you can see right here is the armature. I turned the armature, I turned the amps up to point something, you see the number. This is down 0, all the way down at 1.9 volts. I don't know how it's running. Okay. I crank up the volts. One thing I want you to notice is the noise. Not the vibration. I'm afraid it's going to vibrate somewhere. I don't want it to, so. At 14 volts, it's 0.8 amps. I'm like, I don't know, man. It's screaming. It is freaking screaming. Ball bearings, 2 huge magnets, and it's screaming. I mean, it sounds like it could fly a model airplane. I don't know anything. I don't know. I know nothing, okay? It vibrates, but as I'm holding it, it's very minor. It's really balanced, it seems. It's fucking crazy. Nothing is getting warm that I can tell. You let it pull some amps. If I choke it on the amps, you know, it'll choke. It won't respond. I mean, it's not about RPMs and all that crap either, right? So even if you limit it, good God. Oh my God. It's crazy. Okay, it's crazy. I think it's... There it is. It runs on like 0.3, 0.5 amps. It'll run on 0.5 amps. I don't know how much power it has, but it's running. And then it just goes up. I can rev it up just by doing the amps. Unbelievable. Well, I think we're gonna have to put this on an engine. It's really not my favorite block. It's sort of a, you know, a test print. Everything is a test print. The real one is over here awaiting the second set of wheels. That's for the Northern. And I have the second set of wheels now with the linkage part. I gotta put those in with the bearings, and then I could add the linkage, then I could add this motor, and then we could run it. Is that a project for the day, or, you know, what? I don't know. Did I turn my camera upside down? I must have. I don't know. Is that a project for today, or what? In order to use my blob on a standard engine, I have to accommodate this step, and I'm guessing that step is in most of the castings. I'll have to look, because I brought mine down. Of course, everything in his brother is sticking to this now, because these magnets are like, pull your fillings out of your teeth. I brought this plate down to accommodate the assembly process here, but if we're going to adapt this to a standard engine, I'm going to have to open this up a little bit and hope I can maintain some strength. But of course, when you look at the standard ones, it's wide open, so they may have just designed it this way based on that. In that case, I may have to cut this piece off in order to put this motor on, but that's a very small price. I haven't modified these for the bearings yet. I've just modified the plastic ones. I modified this one brush holder for bearing. Printing this brush holder would be easier because I can pull these out. These pieces, these brush holder sleeves come out, and then you could press them into a new one. Then you press in the ball bearing, and then you just have 4 holes, and you line them up, and you have to make some adjustments that way, but it's not that big a deal. I don't know. Now, how wide is this? Yeah, see, now that I've put these giant magnets, oh well, there you go. You can't put giant magnets on. All right, there, it won't fit. That's the rub, okay? Too fat. Get my hands out of the way. See, it's too fat by a lot. So that says you're gonna have to think through this design. You're gonna have to thin the wall, recess the magnets into the wall as much as you can, and maybe get a thinner magnet. I mean, these are clearly, it's like clearly overpowered. It's stuff is just flying in from outer space into this thing. All right, that's a motor. We made a motor today. We made a motor right now before lunch even. Unbelievable. The plastic part doesn't really do anything for us right now. So what I could do is I could bring the inner wall, take in some of that space, maybe 2 millimeters, bring it in, then make a cutout for a magnet. Maybe not this magnet, maybe this magnet, I don't know. This magnet looks like it might fit widthwise. Slide that baby in, even leave plastic on the inside. The magnet doesn't have to be exposed. We just proved that. You got a big enough magnet, you can go through plastic. This motor is strong, very strong, does not run hot. It has the old style brushes. It had some old brushes in it. They're about nubs, and so it's not even oiled, lubed, new brushes. You got a long way to go here. I don't know. I've been encouraged, but this is probably the most encouraged I've been to have a solution for the AC motor conversion by using the armatures. I'm okay with that. I'm sold. I think it's a deal. Let's make more. That's my thinking. Oh, is this a pull more? This is a pull more. I wonder if that makes a difference. I'll bet it does. If you notice the motor I took apart to get the magnet out of, it's kind of not a pull more. I don't know what it is. It's goofy looking. It's very lightweight. I was really shocked how, I don't know, not robust, I guess you could say. I want to say cheap or chintzy because it's a small motor, but you know, how much power does this really generate? I don't know. But this thing is meaty. You know, it's metal. It's heavy. This thing is not as much anyway. I think we can clean these up, use them, and that is the beauty of the AC design, and that also makes a wonderful foundation for the next generation S, next gen S gauge. That armature is the key. Oh yeah, and the gauge of the track. S gauge track, 2 rails. Here you go, look at this. All-wheel pickup. All-wheel pickup. Converted to DC motor. The sky's the limit. Well, I won't say sky's the limit, but this would be robust. This would be reliable. You could put any body on there you want. Man. You know we have control boards now. Andy's done a beautiful job on this. Logic. We've got the smoke board that bolts onto the original smoke, or if we have to, we have a 3D smoke that will fit these chassis that don't have any fittings for it. So, I'm telling you, I'm so encouraged. This is really coming together. Wow. The old permanent magnet. And I know why they went vertical, because they didn't have the depth. But if we can cut in, not this one, but in the plastic one, cut in the center and put in a thick super magnet, you still have some room. Oh, let me get that. Let's see how much room is there. Well, not much, is there? Not much. Wow. Wow. Think about it. You cannot stick out. You cannot. Oh boy. Well, that's limiting. That means you only have the width of this, the width of this span here is all you have for a magnet. But guess what? The magnets that I was using, God, don't. It's like a mind of its own. All right, there. Look at that. One magnet would fit 2. It could fit 2. It could just barely fit 2 magnets. There must be a magnet I can get that's like 3/4 of this width and that size.